Hi everyone. It is Friday the 19th and Bookopolathon is this weekend. For us here in the States, at least where I'm at, it starts at 7 p.m. So I'll be joining in a lot of the sprints and reading a couple of books. I'll talk more about the two books that I have already started for the two prompts that have been announced, but as of right now, I'm just at work, trying to get people out to work. So we'll see how today goes. Hey guys, I'm at home now. If you hear any noise in the background, that is just my washer and dryer going. I just did a bunch of cleaning. I didn't get any reading done, but I am going to talk to you guys about what I plan on reading for Bookopolathon. For the fantasy draw, I'm going to be reading Legends, edited by Robert Sliverberg. It's a collection of short story fantasy stories, really. I read the second one of the series because I have my own physical copy, but I haven't read the first one, so I checked that out from my local library. And then for the prompt for a book with a dark cover, I'm going to be reading The Devil in the White City. This is a nonfiction true crime novel that's based on the Chicago World Fair by Erik, Larson. So yeah, I've already started these two, so I'm going to try to finish them. I started Legends just yesterday, so I haven't read too much of that, but we'll see how much I get done within the reading sprints for this weekend. Bravo, buddy. Are you ready for the weekend? Okay, so it's been a pretty quiet couple of hours. I got quite a bit actually done work-wise. Not too much reading done. I read a bit on The Devil in the White City. I have a reading sprint stream on right now that the Welsh reader is currently hosting, so this has been my reading for that. I'm on let's see, page 106, and if you read this book, I'm at the part where they're getting like a bunch of the architects from New York City to look at the site in Chicago for the fair, and then H.H. Holmes, the murderer that is also in this, has gotten a couple new employees, and they're starting, people in the city are starting to notice that more people are disappearing more often, so they're actually taking notice. And I also watched a couple of YouTube videos in between the sprints that kind of, my focus hasn't been the greatest the last couple of days, only because I think of my anxiety with work. So yeah, sorry I had to answer the phone for work, but while I was taking a quick YouTube video break, I got some work done on one of my projects. I know most of you guys who are here for the booktube content probably won't be too interested in this, but for those of you on my channel who are interested in my projects, I've been working on this. It's going to be a long cloak-like cardigan. One moment. The joys of working by yourself. But anyways, the pattern I've been working on is called the Lestrange Cloak, and that is what it's gonna be, but in that pretty blue. So it's definitely taking me a lot longer than I anticipated because of it being longer rows, but I think I have this rest of this pattern repeat and one more pattern repeat, and then I can continue on to the next part of the pattern, so that is fun. But yeah, that's just my reading and knitting update for you guys. I'll check back in later tonight. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock here. I'm still in the middle of the Welsh's readers reading sprint, and I had gotten to part 2 of The Devil in the White City, and one of the architects for the Chicago Fair or World's Fair had died from pneumonia. I think that's what he died from. And it has a picture of the liberal arts building that they were building in 1892, like on this page. And I'm enjoying their writing style. It's not super dry and hard to read, as I seem to get a lot of nonfiction that I find a lot of rewind back up. I find it hard to kind of enjoy nonfiction majority of the time because it has such a dry tone. It makes it hard to read or hard to focus with it a lot of the time. I like the way that this is set up. It's more storytelling than it is giving you straight facts. Some of the stuff may not be entirely true. It may be dramatized in a lot of the details, but it makes it more interesting that way, at least in my opinion. Part 2 starts at page 113 out of, let's see, how long is this? Not including the index, acknowledgements, credits. Let me get to the actual end of the story itself. Let's see. Holy crap. Before the notes and sources start, it's like 390 pages long. So, but yeah, looks like maybe I'm about a quarter of the way through it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I still have another like hour and a half of work left to do, so let's see how much more reading I can get done. Hey guys, I'm at home now and I'm speaking kind of quiet because my husband and his friend are in the living room watching a movie right now, but I'm about to hop on some more reading sprints and wait for Becca's Life to come on. I think I have another like 30-45 minutes before that starts, but I'm gonna take a break with The Devil in the White City and jump into Legends, start reading that a little bit. Erik, are you gonna be in here reading with Mama? Yes, buddy. Yeah. Oh, Picoult.
Night trucks, yeah. They're really like plasticky material ones as well.
Okay, so the first reading sprint for Bookopolathon is almost done. Actually, Becca's taking a shot now. So, but throughout this sprint I've been reading Legends. I finished the first story that's in the book, which is written by Stephen King. I finished that. So like a pretty good chunk of it. I'm on page 118 currently. When I get up and get me something to drink, take my like night vitamins and close these windows because I'm starting to get kind of freezing now. I may try to do a little bit of the next sprint and read The Devil in the White City, but we'll see what the husband wants to do and if he wants to go to bed soon. So, we'll see. Hey, 1 o'clock check-in. I'm surprised I'm even awake at this time. I'm watching Maddie's vlog with, I think, Books and Vlogs YouTube channel. I'm honestly not sure. She's a new YouTuber that I recently found. But I'm switching back to reading Legends. I read a little bit of The Devil in the White City, but the way that she's doing this sprint right now is game show type vibe. So whoever team loses has to switch books that they're reading. And I decided just to be on her team since she's hosting the sprint. So it's a 45-minute sprint now, so I'm going to hop back into my book. Good morning, guys. And now it is Saturday. In the middle of, well, almost the third reading sprint of Bookopolathon is almost done. I actually didn't make it through the second one. I ended up going to bed around 1 o'clock because of how tired I was and I couldn't focus on what I was reading, so I knew it was time for bed. But I set an alarm for like 6:50 so I can make it up before the next sprint, which is going to be the next roll drop as well. So we'll see what those prompts are and see what other new books I have to add. Okay, so apparently I like to torture myself. The roll drops were just announced. Now remember, I have these two for the first roll drops. Book with the dark cover. This is a pretty decent sized book. It's not bad. Fantasy, Legends. It's kind of chunky, and both of these I've had already started beforehand. Roll 2 now. Book with a PC rep. I'm going to be reading Black Sun by Roanhorse, and this is kind of, it's not super chunky, but for a 48-hour read-a-thon it is kind of chunky. And then a contemporary, Jodi Picoult, Send You Home, and it's around the same size. But apparently my goal is to torture myself with kind of a chunky stack. So we'll see how much or if I can finish any of these books during this read-a-thon. Sorry if you can hear my dryer and washer going right now, but the husband made me some ramen and watching another sprint. Hey guys, sorry it's been a while since I had last updated, but I am now watching Gavin's live stream. They just did the third roll drop, and the prompt was start a book that's first in a series. So I managed to double up on prompts. I'm using Black Sun for that prompt, along with the prompt that has a POC character in it. And then there was a chance card for another one that I decided to throw in a book that I'm almost done with as a chance card, as my cheat. So, and Harry is demanding attention because I'm talking and not to him. Excuse me, the laundry that I need to put away. But anyways, but yeah, now he's trying to steal my tortilla chips. I have to move that. But yeah, so far so good. My reading. I don't think I read any so far on Legends in the last couple of sprints. I've been focusing on one book at a time. Black Cats and Broken Mirrors, I think I have. This is what I'm going to read for the first sprint of Gavin's. And I think I only have one story left in this, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish. I read in the last sprint with Mel Reed's The Devil in the White City, and I got to, let's see, page 176 of this. This is not quite close, not quite to the halfway mark to that. Jodi Picoult, the Sing You Home book, I'm about like maybe 15% of the way through that. I think I'm in part 2 now. I'm on page 74. That it was for the contemporary pick for the prompt. And in Black Sun, I think I made it to chapter 6, I believe, which is, I'm on page like 88 of that, and I'm enjoying that so far as well. And Harry is just deciding to keep wandering around on the bed because he is demanding. So I'm gonna put up some laundry after the next sprint, or the sprint is done. Now the sprint is starting, so I'm gonna get back to reading. So quick update. I managed to finish one book so far, and that was my chance card read for the third roll drop. I am struggling to stay awake, and it's 11:30, so I'm going to go ahead and go to bed and finish up some reading for tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm here to do my update for Sunday. I didn't do any really recording today because I've been in the living room with my husband, and it's really awkward to record when somebody else is in the room. But yeah, last night I finished Black Cats and Broken Mirrors for the chance card prompt. I only have like a story left in that one, so it was kind of a cheat for my my reading, but at least I got one book done for this read-a-thon. But I read this morning The Devil in the White City in one reading sprint. I got to part 3, I believe, in the book. I'm on like page, let's see, 236, 237, somewhere around there in this, and I'm enjoying it pretty well. I'm a little more than halfway through. This I'm using for the prompt as a book with a dark cover and a genre that you don't normally read. I read a bit in this last sprint in Legends. This is just for the fantasy setup. I'm still in the middle of story 2. This is a bind-up of short story fantasy collection. For the POC rep and first book in a series, I have Black Sun. I didn't read any of this yet today. I'm only, I think I got to chapter 6 yesterday when I started it. I'm on page like 88, 89. And for contemporary and book set in present time, I have Jodi Picoult's Sing You Home. And I'm enjoying this pretty much, even though this is a kind of a tough read for me because it deals with infertility, which I suffer with, have been suffering with for about like 5 years now, and alcoholism, which I have that in my family. So a tough topic to kind of get through, but other than that, it's a pretty nice story. I tend to like the family dynamic in contemporary books a lot, so it's an easy read for me. But yeah, currently on the second to last reading sprint, or live, if I'm remembering correctly. They're about to wrap up because it's almost 3 o'clock my time, so, and they're around like 2 a.m. maybe, so yeah, I'm gonna get back to watching the sprint, hop on Becca's live stream and read some more of Sing You Home, and then maybe after the reading sprint's done, do a little bit reading on Black Sun, and may hop on the computer and start compiling all these videos, or even just play either The Sims or City Skylines. We'll see what I end up doing this evening. So yeah, I'll get to it then. Hey guys, it's the end of Bookopoly. I'm currently watching the last sprint now. It's actually the very end of the sprint. I read for this one Sing You Home by Jodi Picoult, and I'm about 25% of the way through the book. It doesn't go by chapters of this book, it goes by character. I think I'm back to Zoe's character of this book, but I'm enjoying it pretty far. But yeah, the only prompt that I managed to get for the Bookopoly is the chance card, which is Black Cats and Broken Mirrors, which isn't too bad considering this is my first time doing the Bookopolathon. So I still kind of count that as a win, but I really loved watching the lives, as many of the lives as I can. I did end up going to bed or taking, not really taking a nap. I did sleep a little bit in one sprint this morning because I was getting pretty tired, but yeah, I did watch majority of the sprints, maybe except for maybe like 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend everyone to go watch everyone's vlogs from this weekend. I'm going to try to have this up as soon as I can once I get everything pieced together. So yeah, maybe I'll do more of these vlogs in the future, and until next time, bye everyone.